Hello, my name is Joe Palumbo, and I'm a strength conditioning coach here in Seattle, Washington. What I wanted to go over today is a few exercises that you guys can incorporate with your athletes that train and teach a couple different things. First of all, I'm looking to teach my athletes to play lower. I'm looking for them to transition from one direction to another. And then the last one is stability and being able to stop. So these three exercises are just an intro. I would use them as a performance measurement and a performance exercise. I would not incorporate them into a conditioning protocol. But what I'm looking for, again, is technique, change of direction, ground contact time, and then also their ability to stop. So the following are three exercises. We'll go through some coaches' points. And if you have any further questions, feel free to contact me, email, phone number. It'll be on the website here soon. Thanks. On the squat jump exercise, again, a great introductory exercise. It's a repetition exercise, but you're asking the athlete, again, to get depth, to play with some power, and looking at changes of directions. And now this direction is straight vertical, so as I load up into the body, again, I'm looking for knee collapse. I want to make sure that everything's square, hips, shoulders, knees, and toes. Everything's lined up downfield. And then the coaching cues, what I'm looking for, they need to land softly. They want to spend a short amount of time on the ground, and they're trying to repetitively do the exercise. Once their form and technique breaks down, the set is over. I don't care if that's 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or 15 seconds. The set is done. So that's your safety cue. As far as if their knees are collapsing, you're putting them in a bad position and you're reinforcing bad biomechanics. So think about hinging at the hip, loading into the quads, glutes, and hamstrings. From the side, it's here, load up, and go from there. Watch the video. The other plyometric that I like using from an introductory standpoint is called a 180 jump. One of the reasons that I like it, again, we're working on vertical power, but we also add transverse. We add range of motion and body control into this exercise. Coach's cues, they're the same as a squat jump. I'm looking to load up square, hips, knees, shoulders, everything's downfield. This time though, as I jump, as I rotate, I'm thinking about everything's through transverse, everything's through the obliques. So it's not twist the hips, twist the hips. I'm gonna jump, keep my feet square, and land facing away directly. I like to use a line on the field. If I'm out on a football field or a soccer field, I'll use a sideline or a goal line as a reference point. It actually helps the kids be aware of what their feet are doing so they're not just twisting their hips in space. Try this one, I love it for transverse range of motion. Helps power production and change of direction. Watch the video. So in this drill, we're going to do lateral movement. One of the reasons that I like it is a lot of times as athletes, we don't get a chance to work outside of sagittal. So this one works in the frontal plane, and then we can also add some variables to it, which you'll see in the following video. So a couple things that I wanted you to be aware of as you're teaching this. Again, as I'm starting, you want to make sure that you are set in your ready position. Everything is square, shoulders, feet, hips. So we actually start with balance, and then I'm going to basically move laterally outside of the box. Why I like this drill is as I move outside of this box, as I hop through outside of this box, I'm asking the athlete to tap the box. So it's doing a couple things. It's reinforcing the fact that they've got to get low to change directions. It gives them an easy target to reach towards. It's not the ground, so they don't have to compromise their position to get depth and touch. And also they're absorbing impact because it really slows them down to be able to really get that response out of this exercise, you got to slow it down first, and then they can speed up. You don't need to use these barriers. You could just as readily use a cone or a hurdle, but what we're looking for is soft contacts. Touching the box on transition, and then you can add a vertical jump to it, you can add a rotation to it, but this is step one in the process. So check out the following video. Thanks.